Hi, this is the first video of a video series that I've had an idea about for a while. You know who I am if you're the right person watching this. My name is Kayla, and I'm your mom. Avery, if you've finally found these videos, I figured everyone always Googles their name eventually, right? So everyone else won't let me talk to you or see you, and it's been a year now since I've seen you last, and I miss you a lot. So I had the great idea for these videos that maybe, even though I'm missing out on your life right now, maybe you will find them in the future, and whether or not your grandma, who you currently think is your mom, or my mom, who's your other grandma, clearly, whether or not they decide to tell you the truth or tell you that you've been adopted or all of that, you'll find me eventually. I'm not allowed to speak to you or talk to you or anything. Your Uncle Paul is your dad. And I'm going to try my best to explain why things are the way they are without slandering too many people's names. It's going to be really hard because even though your grandma stepped up to the plate and helped out in a situation that shouldn't have even been presented to her, but it was because the way that the world is, or was when you were born. Hopefully the world's a lot different now whenever you find these, but thankfully she was there to help you, so, you know, your real family could still be in your life whether or not you knew exactly who I was. I've always been there for you, and, you know, I've been in your life, as you know, when you were hanging out with your grandma at her house. That was because that was the only time I was ever allowed to see you. And as soon as you got adopted by your other grandma, that basically stopped entirely. My mom is not a very great person. She may be a decent grandma to you, but she taught me that love is conditional. And even though I'm not able to be there for you right now, I love you unconditionally. And I never stopped. So, I guess, to briefly overview, because it's not even about the why while you're not with me, I just want to let you know that I never gave up. Your dad, your Uncle Paul, and I were engaged to be married. We were high school sweethearts. He has addictions that led him to cheat 14 times. A lot of glossing over for you because I don't want to ruin the relationships that you have been able to have. I figure you're really smart, and you always have been very incredibly smart, even as a baby. Like, you were really with it, kid, and I know that eventually you will see everyone's true colors, or at least understand the negatives, as well as the positives. Hopefully there are. Again, I don't know. But your dad and I were together on and off basically for 10 years. While I was pregnant with you, while he knew I was pregnant with you, he got really drunk and decided to cause drama about, like, really stupid stuff that wasn't even an issue. Back then I was still really heavy into people-pleasing and, like, dying to myself to make everyone else happy, and I really hope that you haven't learned that through people disappointing you or not loving you how love is supposed to be given. But during this argument, he punched me in the stomach while I was pregnant, stole my phone. Your grandma escorted me out of, it was the middle of winter, There were icy steps, and she escorted me out of her house by a handful of my hair and my ear, and pushed me down some icy stairs, knowing I'm pregnant. That's who you've been calling Mom, and that tears me up all the time. I know she's not that way with you, and that's great. Like, I know she's great for you, and for that, I'm very happy. But, you know, she was supposed to be your grandma, not your mom. Anyways, she pushed me down the stairs in the middle of the night because of this drama that your dad had started and whatever. So he took my phone and was going to drop me off in the middle of nowhere with no way to contact anyone, as like a punishment, I guess. So when he slowed down enough, I was able to jump out of his car to escape. And because of all this abuse, he violated his probation and had to go back to prison for the remainder, almost entirety of the time I was pregnant with you. During that time, I got an apartment for us. That was really good for a while. But soon after you were born, he started cheating again. I got really depressed. I didn't have good friends or family. I'm from California, where me and your grandma are from, and when we moved back to the Midwest, I didn't really have a lot of friends because I'm really smart like you, and I figured out really quick, unfortunately, that people are really fake, and they all just kind of want something for you. Not a lot of people know how to give love the way it's supposed to be. But anyways, the last time that he had cheated, I ended up, because of depression, I didn't know what to do. I ended up making a stupid mistake, and I ended up cutting a lot. It wasn't to die or anything like that, and I never, ever would have hurt you, ever. But he found out, and he called the police and sent them to our house, our apartment. And according to the state of Kansas, me taking out the frustration on myself was, it meant I was crazy and not able to be a good mom to you. So the state took you away and placed you with your grandma. The next 3 years, I worked really heavy to get to the point I needed to be able to get you back. And I was really close. I was really, really close. They said I was homeless, first of all, because your dad, Paul, was mostly paying the rent because I was a stay-at-home mom with you because you needed me all the time. Understandable. So I lost that apartment, sadly, and the court said, okay, well, you need to get your own 2-bedroom apartment and, like, a decent paying job. I got a job making almost $20 an hour, and I got into an apartment. And then it was like one thing after another, and things were going really good. You actually went to that apartment a few times. I don't know if you remember. We played in the park with some kids. Anyways, something stupid happened, and there was a cutest baby competition on Facebook, of all places, and you were the third in the country. I don't know if anyone's ever going to tell you that, but you were the third cutest baby in the country at one point in time. And my mom, your grandma, thought that you were so cute and so deserving of winning, because you were. You've always been adorable, so adorable. She purchased some votes. And I guess she had purchased a lot of votes because you were really close to winning. And because, X, Y, and Z at the time, I said, hey, Mom, I'm switching over jobs. I'm going to use, the prize money was like $3,000 or something like that. And I said, when you win, not only are we going to buy some clothes and stuff and things that you would need, but I'm also going to pay my light bill. So my lights don't get shut off, and I don't get evicted again after all this hard work that I've done. It was a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, she didn't like that. So, I don't know exactly what I can say in this video without it being taken down. I will tell you the whole truth if you ever come to me and want to know, but basically she set me up to make sure that that wasn't going to happen, and then I never got special visitations with you anymore after that. So it was always at her house under her time. So that's that, and eventually I had to sign over my rights. And, well, there's a lot to go into that. Again, if you ever come to me, I will talk with you about all of this face-to-face, in person, over the phone, whatever the case is. But yeah, there were people who made sure that I didn't get you back. So it's been a really hard, you're almost 7 years old. It's March of 2021, and I haven't seen you since your sister was born, our new daughter. And she's so happy, and we have a great time playing and doing arts and crafts, and just, she's not even 2 yet, but oh my gosh. And you're just as smart as she was as a baby. Like, you guys looked exactly alike. I showed everyone your pictures. You look exactly like your sister, Leilani. But it's been a while since I've been able to see you. And so I've been thinking a lot about doing this video series and just didn't know how to start it. I wanted it to be more fluid than sitting in a car talking to you in my favorite place in the woods. I really like going out in the woods and being in nature. I think it's really important, and I hope you do too. If not, that's okay. You know, whatever. Everyone's their own person. But yeah, I love you a lot, of course. You're my kid, and whether or not you ever feel comfortable calling me mom, that's okay. I'm not going to force you ever to do anything that you're uncomfortable with. It took me until just this last year. Currently, you know, I'm sure you'll hear about it in the future, but we have been in lockdown and will be for another year, already for a year with this COVID-19, that is the pandemic that's killing everyone everywhere. Scary. I don't really have to worry about that much because I'm just like a stay-at-home mom with Leilani, and we just have like fun, cool adventures all the time. But this is just my first introductory video. I'm gonna keep making them as we go along. I just kind of wanted to go over why I'm not in your life right now, and I just want to let you know personally that it tears me up every day. Throughout the years, and especially recently, I actually had to file a police report against your father because I've finally got the confidence that I've been looking for my whole life, and for the first time, I really understand what it means to love myself. So I started making other, like, artsy videos, fun videos, because I don't care what people think of me anymore, which is why my hair looks like a rainbow. It's important to do what makes you happy, hun. And, so anyways, I started making these videos, and your dad didn't like it too much. So he started harassing me on the internet, and eventually sent me a bunch of text messages that, and I hope you're old enough to process this, but basically saying that if I didn't let him RAPE me, I would never see you again, which is something that is completely out of his control in the first place. Like, he wouldn't be able to let you, like, see me. But yeah, that's the kind of people that you're dealing with here. Your grandpa on your dad's side, he's stalked me at various, like, I don't know if First Fridays is still going to be a thing by the time that you find these videos, but I do art shows. I opened up my own business, and part of learning how to love myself and be confident was going in the public and selling my art. And your dad's really artistic too. That is one of his very positive qualities. So I'm really hoping that you've gotten into art in some way, because it's in there, girl. You're the kid of two very talented artists. But yeah, your opposite family has like stalked me and done a whole bunch of insidious stuff at almost every turn, and so I'm tired of it. So here I am talking to you in the future from the past. I think I'm running out of time here on this video. I love you very, very much, and I look forward to talking with you in the future.